I'm not blind enough to use one. I can see perfectly fine. Of course, that's a lie. Hey everybody, what is going on? How have you guys been? Hopefully everything's been well. Everything has been going really well on my end. So I just thought I would check in with you guys with a couple of new things that I haven't mentioned yet. Now, the majority of you guys do know the whole thing about me being, the whole legally blind thing, right? So in August, I went to my local Center for the Blind to see if they have courses. And well, to make a long story short, I'm using the cane now. I'm using a white cane and it's awesome. I'm getting what's called orientation and mobility, aka O&M training from them. I've been getting taught every week or a couple weeks a few more lessons on how to properly use a cane. Shout out to my O&M instructor because she's been awesome. She kicks butt. I have felt very, very safe doing a lot of this stuff, just doing challenging stuff like crossing streets. And the funny thing is, I was just doing that earlier today. We went to like a really busy street and she was like, well, you want to give it a try? And I was like, yeah, I mean, I just want to, because I think that's the biggest barrier right now. As soon as I get done with crossing busy streets, I think I'm going to be a lot more confident in using this. Now, it does feel a little weird for me training in the daytime because I have better eyesight, well, better vision in the daytime. This is mainly for nighttime usage, but because of the time convenience, I do train during the day. Like I said, I have night blindness and also tunnel vision, so yeah, I mean, I really do need this, and trust me, going up and down stairs is a heck of a lot easier with this thing. So if you're interested, it's 54 inches in length. I just hit the garbage can. It's divided into 4 sections. You can, it does this on all 4 sections. I'm not gonna fold it up, and yeah, it's, like I said, it's a white cane with the red end right here. And this is a marshmallow tip. It's a roller tip, marshmallow tip, because it looks like a marshmallow. So the way I move this around is I swipe it back and forth, just rolling it on the ground. I don't tap. Actually, a lot of people these days don't do the tapping method. Okay, quite a few of them do, but it seems like the rolling method is more popular nowadays. Okay, so what I wasn't prepared for was all the little rules and stuff like that that I have to follow. Like when I'm walking around, I can't, when I'm swiping around, my arcs can't be too wide or too narrow. When I'm turning around in the streets, I can't just turn around with the cane pointed outward. I have to, stop, bring it in, hold it up like this and turn it around, because if I turn around with it out, I'll likely trip people and that's no fun. And just a bunch of other little things. So I'm thinking of maybe making a video about what I was taught as far as cane usage goes. If you guys are interested, let me know, because I'd be more than happy to make a video like that, just to give you guys a better idea of what I am being taught. Another nice thing about this is that it reflects light. I don't know if I'm holding it at a good angle. This will reflect light. The entire cane will reflect light, even the red part at the bottom, so people will be able to see me if I'm crossing the street. It took a long time for me to realize, hey, you actually need this, because I mean, at first I was like, well, I don't need a cane because I'm not blind enough to use one. I can see perfectly fine. Of course, that's a lie, but when you get used to it, you're convinced that you see better than you think. But even now, when I'm still going through training, it's like, man, I don't know what I could not do with this. It's like, I need this, but it's not like, I'm embarrassed to use it or anything like that. Now, I'm not just doing cane training. What I also did at my local Center for the Blind, they also had a class for assistive technology training, which is basically just training in different technology, how to use it as a visually impaired or blind person. I mean, I do know how to use this stuff in a way, but I want to be able to learn just more methods. The biggest one I wanted to use was, I wanted to see if I could use my computer, my devices with VoiceOver, and that is a screen reader that Apple provides, and I picked it up rather quickly. So I'm basically learning to use my phone. Oh, I have a notification. Twitter, TubeBuddy, YT Studio, Facebook, Twitter. Well, I'm not going to let it read my tweets or anything like that. Now, you're probably wondering, why is the screen off? Why am I, using the phone with the screen off? That's the thing. The instructor who taught me this is totally blind. So he was basically, this is how you use your phone as a blind person. I'm going to teach you, but we're going to use no screen in the process. I learned quickly. I learned real quickly, and I use it every day now. I don't use it 24/7, but I use it a lot of times, and now I'm teaching myself to use my laptop, my MacBook Pro, with VoiceOver. Now, I'm not just doing this because I want to show off or anything like that. No, this is because I want to relieve a lot of eye strain. I was told that the blue light coming from screens, from devices, from TVs, monitors and stuff like that, it really messes with the photoreceptor lenses, well, the photoreceptor cells in your eyes. By reducing that blue light, it does save, a lot of eye strain from happening. And it's been a huge help, because I don't want to be like at 7 or 8 o'clock at night just with the migraine because I've been looking at screens all day. I'd rather be able to use my phone without the screen, and that's also a huge advantage. I don't have to like be looking down at my phone saying like, okay, do this. No, I can be looking around anywhere else, and I'll be sending a text message. But now you know that I'm using assistive technology and a white cane to navigate. Anyway, so if you have any questions about any of this, also about using the phone like this, let me know. What time is it?
4:07 p.m.
Thank you. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys next time, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week. I'll talk to you later.